Hey everyone, Jerry here, Balance Community. Here to introduce two new products that I am super stoked about. The first is, they're both webbings. The first one is our Silk 99, and the second one is our Spider Silk Mark 5. So yeah, let's jump right into what these webbings are all about. All right, so let's talk about these two new webbings that we got here. So they are both high-tech webbings. First, we're going to talk about Spider Silk Mark 5. So this is a continuation of our Spider Silk series, except we're going back to kind of the roots of the Spider Silk webbing and bringing back the Vectran fiber. So this webbing is nearly completely Vectran, except for the orange and blue strips you see, and that's just for anti-twist and just aesthetics while you're walking. It's nice to have a bright colored edge there. This webbing is 35 grams per meter, 40 kilonewtons minimum breaking strength, and you can grip it with any line grip device, a wafer, wafer XL, line grip, any of those. You can web lock it, no slippage, up to high 30s, depending on the web lock. And it's such a pleasant experience on the foot. The design is largely based off of our Mark II Spider Silk. And so the texture on the hand and foot is pretty similar to that if you've ever tried that. But if you haven't, it's quite smooth. You can kind of see the smooth and dense weave there that we have on this webbing. Very, very, very pleasant. It's great for long lines in the park, because it has very little stretch, this webbing. It's like 2.5 at 6 kilonewtons or something like that. Specs will be listed below in the description. But it's also great for longer high lines where you need a very robust webbing, like at the ends of your big long high lines. So what I like to do is to put this on at the anchor segments. So like at the static anchor, you have say 50 meters of this stuff, and then at the other end of the tensioning side you have a 100-meter segment of this, and that's so you can handle it really nicely, and then you can rig the rest of the line with a webbing that's a little bit more difficult to handle, but maybe has more ideal specs for walking such large gaps, such as our Silk 99, which we will talk about here in a minute. Some of the benefits of the Vectran fibers: has very high melting temperature, over 600 degrees. It's very grippy, so you can walk it at slants and you can grip it, like I said. And it's super durable. You can leave this stuff perma-rigged for quite some time, and the only real danger is UV. It's a fantastic webbing. It'll be shipping this fall. Pre-orders are open now. And now let's move on to our Silk 99, which I believe is an amazing webbing. So Silk 99, as the name suggests, is made from nearly pure Dyneema SK99, which, if you're unfamiliar, SK99 Dyneema is very, very high strength, the highest strength fiber in the world at the moment. It's got at least 20% more strength than any of the other grades of Dyneema on the market. And so that allows us to achieve remarkable breaking strength at very little weight. This webbing, Silk 99, weighs 19 grams per meter, and it breaks at 40 kilonewtons MBS, average around 41, which is astounding. Like, we've never seen numbers like that before in our industry, and it's such a pleasant experience to walk this stuff. But being that it's pretty much pure Dyneema SK99, with the exception of the black strip, which is black HMPE, high modulus polyethylene, and so it's kind of difficult to handle. That's the only downside of this material. And so we recommend, as we talked about before, to put this in the center of a big line, where the anchor segments are something else, such as Spider Silk Mark 5. And that'll give you a very pleasant walking experience for most of the line. And then you have a really sturdy webbing at the ends to make sure the handling is good. The So the grip on the line while you're walking is quite good, especially if you're wearing Skinners or some other types of lightweight shoe. But it's amazing on the foot. And like the lightweight, it just feels like nothing is there. You can make wild mistakes while you're walking, and it just remains remarkably stable. Yeah, and with the Silk 99, we're starting to offer naked sewn loops, which is what this is right here, and that's a sewn loop without the sleeve. A lot of times we see high-tech webbings that are very lightweight. They come with this big, bulky sewn loop with a giant sleeve on it and maybe some big tags hanging off. And those things are just magnets for leash rings to get caught on. And it just adds a remarkable amount of weight to an otherwise very lightweight material. And so our goal was to kind of continue the lightweight feel through the line and the connection points by offering a completely naked sewn loop. So the current design of our Silk 99 sewn loops does require a booster layer, which we talk about on the product page a little bit. But even with that, there's only 11 inches of additional webbing right here to make the sewn loop. And so that's the only additional weight you have at the termination points. And if you imagine having 4 loops at a connection point, main backup of both segments, having all that additional material, the sleeve, the tag, using metal connectors, all that weight really adds up. And with a webbing that weighs just 19 grams per meter, you start to feel that. And it kind of resembles a taping in regular intervals, where you have these 100-meter segments connected together with weight hotspots at every 100-meter mark. You're going to get some oscillations that are pretty regular and cause a really unstable walk, even though it's a remarkably light webbing to walk. So yeah, those are our 2 new webbings. We're very excited about them. They are launching pre-sales today, and they'll both be shipping this fall. If you have any questions, please reach out. We're happy to talk about either of these items further. Yeah, thanks for watching.